Hello, anybody who's watching this, welcome to my reaction to the worst gaming hot takes by the Actman. Yeah, okay, I remember correctly. I've never seen his channel before. I don't think, at least. I seen somebody on a different reaction channel react to this video, and I'm in the mood to get mad, to get very angry. So let's see the worst gaming hot takes, and I'm gonna be passionately agreeing, maybe even, or most likely disagreeing with them. I'm gonna say in advance, I'm not 100%. I have a slight fever. Had a big fever when I woke up, but I took a pill, so it's now only slight. Also, I have random sharp pains in my stomach. So if you see me wiggle in pain, I told you in advance. All right. I hope it's not gonna happen, but if it does, it's been like every half an hour or so. I don't know. Anyway. If you have a video for me to react to, you can use the comment section or the donation link in the description below, and I'll get to your video as soon as I can through that. Also subscribe for low energy, low quality content when I'm possibly gonna be sick. And for videos where I'm possibly gonna be sick, you know what I am.
What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and today we're going to be looking at the worst gaming hot takes out there in
My pay to win
cyberspace.
is good.
I've covered quite a few of these hot takes in the past. I'm sure you all remember the infamous extra credits video.
There you are, playing the PvP in your World War II shooter, and all of a sudden,
Oh.
you're a Nazi.
Anything
Oh.
from the war against video
Oh.
games. EA
I
did
remember.
nothing wrong. Man, there's a lot of bad takes out there. Why can't everyone just have better
That's like I
opinions
fucking
like
hate video
me?
games. It
I've
applies
never
like
had
to
a
male
hot take.
fantasy.
But I figured instead of just focusing on one, we could open the door to the crap factory. There's a lot of low-hanging fruit, and ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna pick it all. But before we jump into it, this video is sponsored
Display.
by Display. Display offers a ton of different metal-made posters.
These
for
are
you
very
to
cool.
Express your passions, ranging from gaming.
If I had money, I probably
anime,
would have
retro,
bought a couple.
movies and TV shows.
It has a little something for everyone.
And they come in three
Indeed
different
it does.
sizes. Look at this one.
I chose the impossible.
Rapture's never looked so beautiful. Well, would you look at that? It's Solaire and
Style
Siegmeyer.
edition.
How quaint. Hello, Zuko here. And it's real simple to mount it on your wall. Simply peel
Feels like a
off this
magnet in the
leaflet,
back, yeah.
stick it on your wall to prevent damage, slap on the magnets, hold for 5 seconds, and there you go. Display has a summer sale going
wonder
on
if it would have
right
worked on
now.
my walls.
Buy 1 or 2 posters at 24% off, 3 to 4,
They're not a
32%
flat
off,
wallpaper.
and if you buy more than 5, get a 37% discount. And if you use the link in the description, it'll automatically apply the discount to any purchase. So go check it out. Get yourself some new wall decor and display yourself. Thank you, Display,
I
for
see what you
sponsoring
did
this
there.
video. And now, back to the hot takes. After the Black Ops Cold War trailer, man, was that divisive. And now,
Was it?
neo-Nazis, alt-righters, MAGAs are having a field day because a top-selling video game just put out an anti-communist, borderline fascist red pill for millions of people. And apparently it's pushing a far-right conspiracy, which, if you're excited for Black Ops Cold War, you're probably a fascist. Let's talk about some of
Oh
the more
no, my
common
friend
hot
is playing
takes,
it.
like the whole video games are a waste of time spiel. We've seen politicians spout this crap, and even Joe Rogan got some flack for his comments.
Video games are a real problem. They're a real problem. You know why? Because they're fucking fun.
Addictive.
And you don't. Yeah. Well, I have a real problem with them. And
Alright.
you do them, and they're real exciting, but you don't get anywhere.
But the bottom of the barrel, absolute worst
What does
version
that
of
mean?
this is right here. Video games
What do you mean you do them and you don't get anywhere? That's like goes through pretty much every hobby in life. Like if you like to watch movies, you watch them, but you don't get anywhere. If you watch series, TV series, anime, anything, any TV show, doesn't have to be a TV series, just might be, I don't know, the one where the dude says that if you're the father or not. You don't get anywhere. Alright.
Games are the absolute worst loser habit you could have. Video
Oh.
games make you a bottom-tier subhuman.
No, I want to read the whole thing. Video games are the absolute worst loser habit you can have. Hours and hours spent on an ultimately useless skill. That's not true immediately. Sitting and getting fatter and weaker and skinnier. Fatter and skinnier? What? Impaler? Okay. Completely impaired social skills. That's not true. There are quite a lot of online games where people easily can talk to each other. Video games make you a bottom tier subhuman. Well then, what this comment makes you? I was watching some kids play Mortal Kombat yesterday. The mall I was at had a video game area. I wanted to play. There is no denying that games are perfectly engineered to please your brain. So you wanted to play. So you wanted to become a bottom tier subhuman, Alexander. Okay. What's astounding is how hundreds, thousands of hours can be invested in something that makes you a worst version of yourself. Well, I think you spent like 3 minutes typing this, so, and you became a worse version of yourself, so I don't... sounds good to me, to be honest. Years of life playing an artificial character. I'm doing that in real life. There are barely any people who know the real me. Alright. Zero life accomplishment, but you feel like you did something. It's truly evil. Alright.
Could have. Video games make you a bottom-tier subhuman. You think you're restoring your humanity in Dark Souls? Pfft, nah, you're losing it. I will say though, Detroit Become Subhuman was one of my favorite games of the last few years. You dishonor your ancestors by playing video games. I don't...
Damn it, read the whole thing.
You
I was thinking he would, so I didn't pause it right off the bat. Anyway, I play a real-life game instead. Okay, why not make you a better version of yourself instead of making you a bigger loser with each passing hour that you invest? And you didn't give any examples of a real-life game. What is a real-life game? Is that like a crane machines where you can pull out like toys and stuff? Is that what the real-life game is? Does he mean sport? I don't know.
dishonor your ancestors by playing video games. I don't think my great-grandfather gives a shit what I do.
That's what
What's
I wanted
next?
to say.
People are gonna say video games make you violent or racist or sexist.
I'm hearing more and more people say the level of violence on video games is really shaping young people's thoughts.
Isn't it weird how this criticism isn't often leveled at...
I love that, like, video games make people violent. That makes a lot of sense because, like, World War II, for example, started because Hitler lost at Rocket League to on a European server. So he wanted to take over the European server so he could play against everybody. And if he can legally put them in jail because he's the ruler. Yeah. Or like gladiators, you know, like ancient Rome or whatever it's called. Is gladiators ancient Rome? Just doesn't matter. Gladiators. Those were angry and violent because they were just playing Mortal Kombat and they want to try out a couple moves in real life, you know. Okay, I'm a gamer not because I don't have a life, but because I choose to have many. Like, that's a good saying. But, okay. No, you don't. You have only one life. A real physical life, and you're wasting it by playing video games. Those fake achievements make you weaker each day. Get stronger. The Achilles program crafting the body of a demigod. So I can get bitten in the heel and die. Fuck off. Also, I wonder what Alexander does in his free time. Do you think he watches movies? Because that's a waste of time, you're not doing anything. Again, any kind of... you watch anything, you do... a lot. You can do a lot of things. Like you might be training. You might have a body of a demigod, but then next day you get hit by a bus, so you wasted the time in the gym because that didn't help you. You know? And if you were sitting at home playing video games, you probably won't get hit by a bus because you're at home. You know? This game is called Physical Training, and it will mold your mind and your body into that of a great man, a warrior. Get my Achilles program right now. So all of that bullshit spewing was because he wanted to promote his own training program. Capitalism. This program was inspired by my many interactions and conversations with young men who have inquired. All right.
Other leisure activities, like people just like to pick on video games for.
So what there it is I wanted to play. Understanding how hundreds but some people make money. Herder, you're still a skinny, fat, weak piece of shit. Skinny, fat. What? How? I thought he just typed like different adjectives to describe somebody he thinks is a loser. But no, he called skinny fat in the same sentence again. Not together. What the fuck? That's not how that works. Oh yeah, you've got the respect of an army of pale zombies with no muscle mass and 23% body fat. Yeah. Emperor of men who breathe through their mouth. What an accomplishment. You know who breathes through their mouth? People who train. You know, you get trained, you get exhausted, and you start breathing through your mouth. And who don't really breathe through their mouth? Gamers. Because we sit just behind a desk, maybe on the couch, having a time of our life, and breathing through a nose. Unless it's stuffed because, like, I don't know, a cold or something. Like, sometimes happens to me. It's so dumb, like, that doesn't make sense. Come tell me what a man you are for playing video games. You're stronger? No. Faster? No. Bigger? You're making money and... Why is it not, like, bigger? No. It's just, like, bigger? Okay, you may be fine. You're making money and living life in the real world? Fuck no. But you actually know, but some people make money in the previous tweet. God damn, this video is gonna be long with me bragging, not bragging, just talking like this. Anyway, I'll go for it. Making money, yeah, like that dude. There was a cyber sport player. I think maybe Counter-Strike, maybe like Call of Duty, some kind of shooter, and he was dating that like Mexican, I think Mexican newscaster lady, or like a weather lady. I forgot everything by this point. Like, because he was hot, because he wasn't just playing games. I think he was training in the gym as well. So he had a great girlfriend, but he had to break up with her because she was taking his time away from games. That was hilarious. What's in the bottom there? Oh wait, all your accomplishments can be wiped out by deleting an account? No. That's not how that works. It's still in your mind. People who know you, who you talked about games, they do it. Okay, you know.
Whatever reason, like, oh, here's this medium that I don't understand.
I wrote a blog post a while ago about why I f***ing hate video games. Because this is what it does. It
That
feels like the male fantasy.
Oh, fuck
Really,
off.
I think it's the type of person that is obsessed with, like, if...
Video games... Oh, he retweeted. That's the same guy he... I thought it's just a different tweet. No, it's a tweet of a different man, but was retweeted by the previous guy. Video games achieve nothing. It gives you a false sense of purpose. People know this internally, but refuse to admit this. People who are offended by that guy tweets know they are out of shape and have nothing going on. Men need purpose. Saving the princess is false pride. You know what also gives you a false sense of purpose? training at the gym. I understand like training for your health, but just training to become bigger and bigger and more muscular and muscular, like for nothing, just to look good, that gives you a false sense of purpose because that does nothing. What is the point of that? Are you earning money by training? No, you're actually paying a gym membership and stuff like that. All right.
You're not working
Can we
out,
move on, please?
eating, sleeping, or making money in some way. You're wasting your time.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? You've got 2 kids, a beautiful wife or husband, a nice home, and you like to play Mario Kart with your kids every now and then? Well, guess
Fuck
what?
you.
You're a failure.
Yeah.
Freaking subhuman. You have to wonder why people take to the internet to just video games. I hate them so much, gamers. A lot of
People want to get angry, especially on Twitter. Just like a cesspool of nothingness, of like shitty takes, not just games but everything, the whole life in
news
general.
channels, especially Fox, have come out with some pretty hilarious crap in the past.
It's a new role-playing video game that is leaving nothing to the imagination. Mass Effect is what it's called. In some parts of this, you'll see full digital nudity. Imagine.
No, you won't.
And the ability for the players to engage in graphic sex, and the person who's playing the game gets to decide exactly what's going to happen between the 2 people, if you know what I mean.
No.
We know that all the research shows that
That's not what
violence
happens in
has a desensitizing effect. Well, sexuality does too.
It's fiction. It's fiction. We made it up.
They don't show women as being valued for anything other than their sexuality.
You're a liar!
Yep, bullshit. Mass Effect is one of those games that has like very strong characters. It doesn't matter which gender they are. Like Liara is one of the strongest characters. I did choose her. She is my Mass Effect waifu, but that doesn't mean that I view her as like a sex object or whatever the fuck. I enjoy her character a lot and how she grows through 3 games. Like it's amazing, but no.
You're a liar!
And it's a man in this game deciding how many women he wants to be with.
All right, let's get Jeff in.
Also, you can play as a woman and date women as a woman, or as a date men as a man also. But they're not gonna mention it because it doesn't play into their narrative. Because that's what media is.
That's
completely incorrect.
You like how the dude on here is just like, that's incorrect?
Yes!
Brilliant
My god,
idea
there is
for a
somebody
news
who was...
segment. Let's get one
made
person
sense.
who isn't familiar with the actual subject and another who is, and just let them go at it.
Oh, it's McAfee? Okay, I have some respect for him now, to be honest. I only seen him in like the awards shows and stuff like that, and he was just a little bit annoying there.
Was their goal to make this lady look stupid?
But he was defending video
Absolutely
games
incorrect.
like
First
years
of all,
ago.
you can actually play
Nice.
as a man or a woman in the game. Cooper, have you ever played Mass Effect?
No, of course not.
No.
You dumb bitch.
Yeah.
You're coming to this news program with incorrect information.
Yep.
You've just done even the slightest bit of research. You would have known that. Ooh, here's a spicy one. Playing BioShock Infinite in the age of Trump is unsettling, but not for the obvious reasons. Come on, dog. America's
Age of
imperfect,
Trump.
But are you really suggesting that
It's
modern
like Age
day
of
America
Ultron in the
is
MCU.
at all similar to Colombia?
That
We
takes
don't
no
have
time.
any
It's not
flying
really an
cities.
age.
My husband and I bought our PS4 to escape 2017. But
Wait,
then
what?
the game I chose to play was BioShock Infinite. In the first year of Donald Trump's America.
That's no escape at all.
So go play something else. Problem solved, no article necessary. But in trying to find my way through this gorgeously wrought fantasy land, I learned 2 things very quickly that made it hard to forget the real world. One of the common threads in these hot takes is like people writing articles and being unable to separate themselves from reality. Like that's the point of a game or like a movie or TV show, is just to enjoy something. As
it's a fictional world.
preposterous as
It's a full
concept as
world.
that sounds. Like they can't
Enjoy
just
it
the
without
game for what
comparing
it
it
is.
to
They have to make
reality.
it about themselves and like inject their own beliefs and like whatever they're going through into
Like, game developers put enough narrative in games themselves. You don't need to put your own narrative in there. Unless the game needs that, but BioShock Infinite doesn't.
what they're playing. This article is written like the lady turned on BioShock Infinite, and it was like the intro of Gex where you just get sucked into the TV. It's like, oh no, I can't escape.
Yeah.
I can't escape 2017. Play a different game. BioShock Infinite made it possible for me to experience not just what it's like to be a straight white man, but what it's like to be Donald Trump.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Everybody in this room is now
dumber for having listened to it.
That was the big takeaway?
Yeah.
This game really makes you feel like Donald Trump.
Like in what way? I don't understand. In what way? The only similarity that he's white, and that's it. I've never seen Donald Trump shoot a double-barrel shotgun to a robot. I've never seen him use a weird spinning hook to get on a rail and just glide around the sky in a sky city. Never seen him go through portals with a girl. Like, what the fuck is that?
9 out of 10 has a little something
Work as a
for
detective.
everyone,
Nothing.
Too much air. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's Persona 5 DLC includes a disability slur. My apologies to anyone offended by the following passage.
Does it? I mean,
I need to read it just so you get the full effect. So this is what they thought the song said.
The song?
Hi. Are you ready? Ready to pick up the pieces. Let's go. Let's play. Retarded. Because that's a phrase people use. Hey son, you ready to go to
that
the
doesn't make
basketball game?
sense.
Yes, Dad, let's go. Let's play retarded. I actually feel bad for the singer because apparently English isn't her first language. Pretty sure this article was slander, actually.
Yeah.
Hot take requirement number 7, lack of research. During the height of the Battlefront 2 loot box controversy, EA's community manager showed off his incredible people skills when he called us all armchair developers. What makes this a hot take, you ask? It's the gatekeeping.
Okay.
It's the implication that unless you develop video games, you have no place to criticize them. Here's your food, sir. Oh, the steak is burnt. Goddamn armchair chefs telling me how to do my job.
You vicious, heartless bastards!
Upon reading this next hot take, I thought I misplaced my steaming pile of dog shit, but actually I just ended up on Salon. Brace yourself.
I don't know what that is.
The Legend of Zelda is classist, sexist, and racist. The unholy Triforce.
Okay. How?
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I do agree with Anita Sarkeesian on one thing, and that is, remember that it's both possible and even necessary to simultaneously enjoy media while also being critical of its more problematic or pernicious aspects.
Sure.
Now that's all fine and dandy if you want to write about social issues, but is basing it on Ocarina of Time
It's
really
it's
the
about
best way
Ocarina
to
of
do
Time
that?
even.
Ocarina portrays the apprentices or journeymen as lazy and shiftless, and the boss
What?
as the only one willing to work. By focusing on the greed of individuals, the game ignores how private property incentivizes and even mandates such behavior. And with this moralizing
what are
focus
you
comes a
talking
belief that
about?
society's economic ills
Hey,
are
Lenin.
intractable
What's
because
up?
of humanity's flawed nature. How in God's name are you drawing this conclusion from Ocarina of Time? Karl Marx described this relationship as one of oppressor and oppressed. Legend of Zelda? Pfft. Ditch that title, man. Should have called it Karl Marx and the Ocarina of Communism. What am I reading? From the perspective of domesticated animals, agriculture of the
There's
past...
like one side shit takes that just are incorrect, maybe like like the first dude on Twitter that didn't understand the media, so he shat on it as much as he could. Then there's like lack of information kind of stuff, and there's this. It's not lack of information, it's kind of too much information. It's a fucking TMI of incredible proportions. For no reason. What the fuck?
This was a gentler prospect in the modern factory farm system, but for non-humans, the pre-industrial farm, as symbolized by Lon Lon Ranch, was still a place of exploitation and violence. What kind of person gets to Lon Lon Ranch and is like, you know, animal rights really are important. This is like pseudo-intellectualism at its most obvious.
Yes,
you can write
yes,
an
it
article
is.
with fancy language, integrating
It's like
all
this,
these
use
political
thesaurus
aspects,
on every
and
single
even
word.
if there is some point to be gained from this turd, the premise is so ridiculous, you can't take it seriously. In what world do you think the creators of Ocarina of Time were thinking about Karl Marx racism, sexism, and class issues? Where did you get this from?
If a person consistently reads and advocates the views expressed in a communist publication, he may be a communist.
The Legend of Zelda franchise seems to attract a lot of these hot takes. It's
Of course it
actually
does.
impressive how deep the rabbit hole goes. There never really was a Dark Link. Link in the Zelda series are just racist.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Dark Link's not a black version of Link, he's a
Yeah.
shadow. He's the absence of Link's purity and light.
Yeah.
Excuse me, princess.
Yes.
Sony's chief of development said, "This is crap," after first playing Demon Souls. Shuhei Yoshida, that comment didn't age well. Sakurai added a woman to Smash with huge boobs, booty shorts, torn stockings, and heels, and somehow made nerds mad about it. Outstanding achievement, really. Oh, fuck,
What?
I didn't realize Byleth was added to Smash purely for sex appeal. I'm no longer bothered that Fire Emblem is the most represented franchise in Smash Bros. With characters that have extremely similar movesets that make them redundant to begin with. Hooray for titties! I remember on
Okay, I
Twitter
don't
someone
know. Alright.
posted about the scene in Halo 2 where Tartarus says,
One more word, Oracle, and I'll rip your eye from its socket. Which is nothing compared to what I'll do to you.
and my mind was just shooketh when I saw people proclaiming that Tartarus was threatening to rape
Of
Miranda.
course, yeah, that's what I thought
What the
that they're
hell
gonna
is wrong
say.
with you?
That's not what
Did
he
you draw
fuck.
that conclusion?
Yeah, a rape is worse than pulling somebody eye out. Like in the threatening manner, you say that something that's worse than pulling the eye out is.
If a villain makes a generic threat and the first thing you think of is rape, something's
Yeah.
wrong. I don't know
Yes.
what happened in your life, but I'm
It's like you see a woman's being threatened. It means he meant rape. He didn't mean to kill, to physically abuse, like destroy her body. No, it's sexual. It's
I'm
always
sorry.
sexual.
Oh man,
That's
this
so
one really
fucking dumb.
bothers me. Halo 3, one of Halo's most dire, poorly constructed, misogynistic stories, which coasts by on its excellent surface-level presentation. We've been wrong for years. Halo 3 was never about finishing the fight. It was about finishing the patriarchy.
Okay.
In what dimension of insanity do you reside in where you think a story as innocuous and awesome as Halo 3 is misogynistic?
I
That it's
can-
actually damaging to women and their rights. By playing Halo
Like, I can
3,
agree or
you
disagree
are a
with the guy
misogynist,
because
or that the
I haven't played
creators
it.
were misogynist when they wrote the story. Like,
Of
what is
course.
wrong with you, dude?
Mind rape? What?
PETA's Vegan Guide to Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
It's like
Every night.
PETA.
I'm
It's
getting
digital.
twice the amount of
Who
animals I
cares?
used to eat. Anytime PETA gets involved, you know it's going to be a cringe fest. The
Yeah.
marketing team for this company has to be made up of just the most unlikable, friendless people on the planet. While you wait for Pokemon Sword and Shield, play PETA's parody, Pokemon Black and Blue. Gotta love the bloody outline and chained up Pikachu, the maniacal professor. This is an accurate depiction of Pokemon. I mean, if you really think
Kind of
about
is,
it, the concept of the games is a little messed up. You know,
Not
bunch
a
of
little,
young
but
kids capturing
it's
creatures,
all the way.
pitting them against each other in fight clubs for money. But it's a video game. It's not real.
Yes.
Not a single person on the planet played Pokemon and was suddenly like, you know what? Fuck animals.
Yeah, probably not.
But PETA was at it again with their
Oh, no.
Animal Crossing promotion on TikTok. They stormed the museum like angels on a battlefield and demanded Blathers empty the tanks. The thing is, you have to donate fish and bugs to Blathers in order for him to build the museum. So members of PETA did that and then went into the museum to protest the animals that they donated to the museum.
You what?
This article has a perfect headline. PETA storms
perfect.
Animal Crossing to protest treatment of digital animals. If you ever think you're wasting your time when you're playing video games, you don't know what wasting time really is.
Yeah.
Some hot takes are so outrageous, you have to assume the person is trolling. This channel I found is exclusively hot takes. Neo 2 sucks, Animal Crossing sucks, Resident Evil 4
Wait.
hot
I want to
takes.
see the whole title. Neo 2 sucks, Dark Souls is better. I agree with the second part, but I haven't played Neo 2, so I don't know if it sucks or not.
Sucks.
First one I didn't like much, but I did beat it in the end.
Crossing sucks. Resident Evil
Only
3
loser will play it, I would assume, something like that. The remake sucks, do not buy. That I kind of agree on because it's quite short. Resident Evil 2 remake was amazingly done, but 3 is like a bit on the lesser side.
remake sucks. Ghost of Tsushima sucks.
PS4 is dead. That's dumb. Alright.
Every game sucks. Gaming is dead. This is the
Yeah.
worst year for gaming ever.
Undefined, aka the king of gaming, the king of YouTube, the realest gamer on the internet, the 100% fact spitter, the higher level thinker, the leader of the real gamer movement, the king of anime, the king of manga, and the one who's better
Yeah,
than
that's
every
what I thought.
way.
Jesus
This dude has more titles than Daenerys Targaryen.
Even though most of you idiots on this channel simply do not deserve it. Shout out to the people who donated to keep this channel alive. I was ready to walk away from YouTube. I had my bags packed, ready to never return, never upload again. I had made a video saying if I did not receive any donations, I was done.
I like the whole insult my fan base while e-begging angle.
Yeah.
I'm barely putting any time whatsoever into making this content.
Fuck you guys. Fuck you for donating and making me money and making me do more videos. Fuck you. I wanted to leave. Thank you for donating, but fuck you for donating. Also, can you donate to me? Maybe I won't say fuck you. I'll only appreciate your donations.
And I'm not getting what I deserve. It's not my horrible attitude, lack of talent, or shallow character that's to blame. It's my audience, of course.
I was just tired of putting out these amazing high quality videos that you can't find anywhere else.
Where else are you gonna watch 15 minutes of a static background?
Yeah,
with
how
no
far is this
gameplay
dude
or
going?
editing? I'm honestly not sure if this channel is satire or not.
How can you consider yourself a gamer, a person of intelligence, if you play shooters? Shooters, again, cater to the lowest of the low type of individual. Doom has been garbage.
He says while showing Doom Eternal, one of the best games that came out of 2020? Yeah, April 2020 is when it came out. One of the best games of 2020 that I just beat on my Twitch. And the previous video that was shown here was some kind of Call of Duty thing. Or Battlefield, I don't know what that was. But looked like it, very much like a shooter. Like it's not... I don't think classifying games by genre is that easy or that important at this time, like anymore, because you say it's can you call Doom just a shooter while it has different kind of talents in it? Not talents necessarily, but skills you can get and like different things you can upgrade, which is kind of an RPG mechanic. You need to you have double jumps and dashes, not just on the ground but in mid-air, which kind of adds a platformer element in it. Like every game is now like an... I knew a good word for it, like a combination, but amalgamation of different genres. So you can't just say shooters suck, bye. It's like, okay.
Since its creation, I remember playing the old school Doom games and thinking, oh, so this is what being a loser feels like. This is what, being a low-level thinker feels like, because only losers will be playing a game like this.
By the way, this Doom Eternal video was posted 8 days before the game came out. Just something to think about. Unbiased
it came out in March.
is one of the best trolls, and even I was fooled by this. You shouldn't be playing video games. The chemical that your brain produces when you play video games is the same chemical that your brain produces when you commit murder. I fell for this. I thought this was real. But then
Okay,
you
it's
go to
not.
some
That's
of her
nice.
other posts. This is clear satire. Men
That's
should
good.
not be allowed to play sports or participate in any activity that involves exercise. Oh man. This one actually just recently happened. Apparently people are boycotting 343 for removing a police-themed nameplate in MCC. I know
Wait,
that
in
police
what way?
brutality is
What?
a sensitive subject,
For America.
but that's kind of ridiculous to protest over. I also think it's stupid to remove imagery of police officers as if the concept of law enforcement is like inherently offensive. Is anybody complaining about this in oblivion? I don't think so.
Stop right there,
Also,
criminal scum.
police.
A lot of hot takes tend
guards.
to revolve around inclusivity and representation in video
Like in
games.
GTA and
People are pissed when a
Watch
white
Dogs
guy
and
is the
stuff. Games like
protagonist
that.
of a new Star Wars game. People are upset when a black guy is on the cover of a Battlefield game. Where does it end? You can't win. Both takes?
The problem is, most of the people are fine. Most of the people don't care who plays video games or they play themselves. Most of the people don't care if it's a woman on the cover, if it's a man on the cover, if it's a black person, if it's Asian person. They don't care. But the small minority that does are so fucking loud on Twitter and platforms like that you can't hear the end of it. They're just gonna scream, and because they scream, some other brainlets like them will pick that up and scream as well, and they're gonna scream the same thing in unison, and then the developer will change stuff that wouldn't make sense, like Battlefield 5 with the how do you call it? Like fake limbs thing, right? I think that's like a historical inaccuracy in a game that's supposed to be kind of a set in the past of a real world. Whatever.
Equally dumb. I just think it's incredibly unhealthy to obsess over skin color or demographics in a video game to the point where you just completely dismiss
Skin color, gender,
oh, this
fucking
character
anything.
doesn't look, sound, and talk exactly like me. Well, it's not worth playing. That's such a closed-minded perspective.
Yeah.
Obviously, we should celebrate diversity and include more unique perspectives, but it has to be done in a thoughtful way. Otherwise,
it can't be at the cost.
You know?
Strong female protagonist.
And no single piece of media is ever going to represent every person from every country and every background.
You should, like, the diversity is fine, and you should do more stuff, more diverse kind of things, but not at the cost of, like, logic, not at the cost of something else. When people scream, like, that's what I hate, and I'm glad I don't live in America, even though probably would still be better than here, but anyway, that like, oh, female president, we need a female president, like, they don't give a shit if said female president will be able to do the job. They just want a female president. They were like, when the Kim Jong-un, when the North Korea, the Kim Jong-un's sister, I think, am I pronouncing the name correctly? I can't remember his name, to be sure, but the leader of North Korea almost became a woman when the acting president, I guess, like, disappeared, and fucking Twitter was like, oh god, North Korea is gonna have a female president before America does. Like, so fucking what? North Korea is a dictatorship. People are fucking suffering in there. It doesn't matter if it's a woman or a man that's gonna step on their, I would say balls, but not everybody has balls. Wanna step on their throat. That everybody has throats. That works better. It doesn't fucking matter. What matters is the capability. If a person is capable to do the job, then it doesn't matter if it's a woman or a man, or a gay person, or a trans person, or a, like, not skin color, not anything, a race. Nothing matters if people are capable. For fuck's sake.
Background. Media is not a checklist, nor should any reasonable person expect it to. Rarely is the casting, race, and gender of characters an issue in storytelling, and never have I seen it be an issue in game mechanics.
Yeah.
So you have to wonder, do people simply want diversity of skin
Unless the game
color
is
or
about that.
diversity of thought? Again, I'll refer back to that Witcher 3 race controversy. You have a video game, an extremely popular video game, from a perspective hardly ever seen in video games aside from World War II games. Poland. But, too many white people. How
I
problematic.
fucking hate this so much. It's set in fucking Poland of like 15th century or something like that, if not below that. It's more historically accurate than games that than Battlefield 5 that try to be. Did it try to be? Then like Assassin's Creed games at this point that were positioned as historically accurate at the time when the series was about. I lost the train of thought. It's more historically accurate because of the race, like stuff like that. Because then, like Assassin's Creed, now, even though it was positioned in the beginning of the series as historically accurate, is what I meant to fucking say. Damn it.
I think you're doing yourself.
And that's why people dislike Witcher TV series. Is because they went with like race of elves who are supposed to be like pale creatures in books and in games, and they got like black people to play them, which doesn't make sense in the context of that world. I don't know.
A disservice by trying to create this paradigm, this American paradigm, and apply it to like every type of media from every country in person, as if like representation is that simple. There is no unified standard. Game is set in Africa. Oh no, it has black zombies. Racism. Game
really?
Is set in New Orleans also has black zombies. Oh no, racism. It's like, what next? Are we going to complain that Sekiro Shadows Die Twice has too many Japanese people in it? Some games should strive to be inclusive, and others don't really need to be. Dragon Age, Mass Effect, KOTOR are awesome because they give characters choices. You can choose who you romance, what you look like, male or female, and Cyberpunk 2077 seems to be going down that road too. So let's celebrate these games and what they've done, rather than try to take what they've done and apply it to everything else.
Sailing for Cyberpunk.
I guess the big takeaway is don't let people make you feel bad for enjoying video games. Take care of your responsibilities. Try not to take everything so seriously.
I did when my parents were telling me that, but then they gave up.
Discussions about video games. However, a lot of these analysis type articles and videos are nothing more than rage bait, where the writer has to literally force concepts into a game where they don't belong and try to analyze why this is problematic because of it. So those are some of the worst gaming hot takes I could find. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to The Act Man for more awesome content. Alright everyone, that's all I got for today. This is The Act Man signing out. Peace!
A popular new video game actually allows you to be a terrorist and kill people.
Oh no, whatever are you gonna do about it? I won't say a thing about the Zelda being racist, is that the main character isn't even a human. At least in most games. They're like elves, or some variation of that. So that they're not like whatever, because elf doesn't have black skin. That's not even, that doesn't, whatever. I watched this video because I wanted to get mad. I got mad and now I'm mad. Thank you anybody who watched this. God, the spit went to the wrong hole. It breathed in the spit that was in my mouth. Thank you anybody who watched this. I appreciate it a lot. I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. Subscribe for low energy, low quality content. This wasn't low energy, but most of my videos are. Goodbye. Have a great life, because one of us has to.